Good evening, you're watching Rupavahini News. I'm Sanani Samranayaka.
Good evening everyone, good to have you all with us. I'm Dushan Boss.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa calls upon everyone to commit towards making Sri Lanka as a centre of knowledge using ancient heritage and present progress of education. He revealed that the government has taken several policy decisions towards the upliftment of education field in the country. The President was speaking at the first convocation of National Institute of Business Management at BMICH in Colombo today. This institute was launched under the Mahinda Chintana program with the aim of creating modern Sri Lankan society based on knowledge. The first batch of 170 persons have been conferred with business management and management information system degrees. Addressing the gathering, President Rajapaksa noted that the country's education system had faced a situation where there were inside and outside knots. And these knots were in the education system everywhere. A decision was taken to tackle this problematic situation under the efforts to make the country as a knowledge center. The GDP figure was not important to education. More important policy decisions were taken to improve education. The National Institute of Business Management is now affiliated to 5 world-renowned universities. He said that the future generation will not have to face problems faced by the people in the past.
අධ්‍යාපනයේට දල ජාතික නිෂ්පාදනයෙන් වෙන් කරන ඉලක්කම නොවේ වැදගත් වෙන්නේ කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා. ඊළඟ වඩා වැදගත් ප්‍රතිපත්තිමය තීන්දුව අපිට ගන්න සිද්ධ වුණා. මම හිතනවා මේ අද මේ NSBM ආයතනය ලෝකේ පිළිගත් විශ්වවිද්‍යාල පහක් සමග සම්බන්ධ වෙලා එකතු වෙලා තමයි අද කටයුතු කරන්නේ. අනාගත පරපුරට අතීතයේ ජනතාව මුහුණ දුන් ගැටලුවට මුහුණ දෙන්න දැන් ඕනේ නැහැ කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා.
Ministers Dallas Alaperuma, Bandu Gunawardena, Deputy Minister Mohanlal Grero and the Chancellor of the National Institute of Business Management, E.A. Veerasinghe, were among the gathering present on the occasion.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa said that the massive revolution in the field of free education is taking place during the present era. The government has already implemented the program of providing equal education opportunities for all children, taking resources confined only to the city to the village. The President noted that this action was aimed at correcting the historic injustice caused to the rural children. The President made these observations when he addressed the centenary commemoration ceremony of Mathura Makandura Mahavidyalaya yesterday. He also declared open the Mahindodaya Technical Laboratory and the new 3-storied building complex. President Mahinda Rajapaksa was warmly welcomed with honour by the students of the school. He declared open the Siyavasaka Siphala, the education and trade exhibition organized to mark the centenary of the school. It will be concluded on the 1st of next month. Addressing the gathering, President Mahinda Rajapaksa noted that the attitudes of parents on education should be changed. He pointed out that children have warmly welcomed him when he visited the school. These children showed their great affection, calling him as the king. He said that he likes them to call him as their affectionate father, because he is not a king but only the trustee. He said that the greatest change in the education took place under the present government during this era. An education revolution has taken place. That is the correct definition that can be given to this vast change in education. 1,000 new schools are to be built in the near future. He said that a child without 2 hands came to see him. This child has used his feet to write the answers and the the examination. He passed at the scholarship examination. Such children are needed for this country. He told children to be committed to gain success. He said that we have to compete against the laziness. People can win the world when they defeat the negative feeling.
අපේ කම්මැලිකම ආලසකම එක අපි තරම් කරා. ඔබට තියෙන බෑ කියන හැඟීම් පරාදය කරා. එදාට ඔබට ලෝකේ ජය ගන්න පුළුවන් වේවි.
The President received the highest people's response at the ceremony attended by the Mahanayaka of the Rohana Sangha Sabha, the most venerable Gambodalle Nandarabatara, members of the Mahasangha, Southern Province Governor Kumari Balasurya, Ministers Mahinda Apabe Wardana, Lakshmani Apabe Wardana, Deputy Ministers Vijay Danayaka, Hema Gunasekara, Sanat Jayasuriya, former Southern Province Chief Minister Sean Vijayanath De Silva, former Education Minister of the province Chandib Putra, and the other officials. The President paid floral tributes at the statue of the late Danny Hitadia in Markandra town, who was the former Provincial Council Minister and former Chairman of the Southern Development Authority.
මාකඳුර නගරයේ පිහිටි හිටපු පළාත් අමාත්‍ය දක්ෂිණ සංවර්ධන අධිකාරියේ හිටපු සභාපති අභාව ප්‍රාප්ත දැනි හිට්ටිය මහතාගේ පිළිරුවට ජනාධිපතිතුමා පුෂ්පෝපහාරද පුද කළේ.
Meanwhile, the accepting of the nominations for the upcoming Western and Southern Provincial Council elections begins tomorrow. Commissioner of Elections Mahinda Deshapriya says that nominations will be closed at 12 noon on the 6th of next month. District secretaries serving as district returning officers will accept nominations at the offices. Making of deposits by independent groups will be continued up to 12 noon on the 5th of next month. Media personnel will not be permitted to enter places allocated of handover nominations. Returning officers will allocate symbols for political party and groups after 12 noon on the 6th. The accepting of applications for postal voting will be continued up to the 10th of next month. All electors should have the valid identity card or document. A valid identity document has been made compulsory for electors. The issuing of temporary identity cards for electors without any such document will be continued till the 21st of March. Applications for this purpose could be obtained from the Gram Niladhari in respective areas. Election Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya said that election laws will be implemented sternly in the upcoming provincial poll. He added that the persons without the proper cover will not be allowed to enter the counting centres. Electors, election staff, security force personnel, policemen, properly appointed polling agent, observers and candidates will only be allowed to enter polling booths.
Several new divisions have been declared open at the IDH base hospital, the only hospital treating for the communicable diseases in the island. The total cost for this purpose was around 60 million rupees. The opening ceremony was held today under the patronage of the Minister of Health, Maithripala Sirisena. The IDH hospital was declared open way back in 1845. It has residential treatment facilities for 200 patients at a given time. This is the only hospital in the island with a special unit to treat AIDS patients. A special ward for dengue patients is also being maintained at this hospital. The outdoor patients division, the building built at a cost of 40 billion rupees, and the 19 billion rupee X-ray unit, and the new building for psychotherapy division were declared open by the Minister Maithripala Sirisena. He also inspected the drugs storage complex at the hospital. A foundation stone was laid to build the new blood bank. Minister Maithripala Sirisena disclosed that he has given instructions to blacklist a major contractor who delayed the construction work of the several institution buildings belonging to the Ministry of Health. Parliamentarian Arduvinda Silva and Director General of the Health Services Dr. Palitha Mahipala were also attended.
Several international media point out that the upcoming UN Human Rights Council session in Geneva is a fine opportunity for separatist powers. The anti-Sri Lankan propaganda campaign, including releasing of website reports against the island nation, is being gradually increased amidst the nearing in of UN Human Rights Council session. Internet media reports reveal that the separatist diaspora organizations have also intensified their anti-Sri Lanka program. Hidden angles of several website reports was on the ability of achieving separatist targets, levelling war crime charges against Sri Lanka with the support of Western countries. Such web reports were published in websites such as Tamilnet, Guardian and Salam News. Separatist ideologies were of the view that the highly politicized Human Rights Council is a better stage for anti-Sri Lanka program. The aim of these parties was to highlight that there was support for this program within Sri Lanka. Certain Western media having given wide publicity to the protest demonstration conducted by the joint opposition yesterday. Certain news websites highlighted this demonstration as a supportive action for anti-Sri Lanka propaganda in Geneva. These media institutions have given wide publicity to statements criticizing Sri Lanka, similar to their stance during the period of humanitarian operation. Agency reports quoting Western government sources said that the aim of the Geneva proposal is to launch international war crime investigation against Sri Lanka's security forces.
Internal clashes in the UNP Leadership Council have been intensified. A clash was reported at the Sirikata UNP headquarters today between UNP members, groups of Mathugama and Dodankoda Pradesh Sabhas and the parliamentarian Palita Tevara Peruma. The meeting was held to consider the suitable persons to give nominations at the upcoming provincial council elections. Palita Tevara Peruma has strongly protested against the giving of the nominations to the opposition leader of the Dodankoda Pradesh Sabha, Udita Ile Peruma. A heated argument took place at this moment. Thereafter, Palita Tevara Peruma has made an attempt to attack Udita Ile Peruma using a chair. Parliamentarian Kabir Hashim intervened to calm down the brawl. It has been reported that the opposition leader of the Mathugama Pradesh Sabha, Jinadas Sitwardana, has pushed Palita Tevara Peruma to a side, preventing him from attacking Udita Ile Peruma. Members of the UMP who attended the Leadership Council meeting have made an attempt to make the situation under control. Parliamentarian Palita Tevara Peruma has left the city of the party headquarters, saying that he will resign from the post of organizer of the literate if the council takes measures to give nominations for Udita Ile Peruma.
Vietnam says that relationship between Sri Lanka and Vietnam has entered into historic phase. Vietnam ambassador in Sri Lanka, Ton Sin Tam, made this observation when he addressed a ceremony to mark the dawn of Vietnamese New Year in Colombo yesterday. Vietnam New Year is called Tet. That means the first morning of the first day. The New Year, which will dawn on the 31st of January, is considered as the Year of Horse. People in Vietnam are preparing to celebrate the dawn of the New Year, according priority to traditional customs after the end of last year, named as the Year of Serpent. Vietnam nationals in Sri Lanka have organized a special ceremony to celebrate the dawn of the New Year. It was organized by the Vietnam Embassy in Sri Lanka. Addressing the ceremony, Vietnam ambassador in Sri Lanka, Ton Sin Tam, said that Sri Lankans and Vietnamese are traditional friends.
Last year, the relation between Vietnam and Sri Lanka have been expanded to a great extent in many fields. And I believe the traditional friendship and cooperation between our two countries would have more chance to develop in the Year of Horse.
Several ministers and MPs and foreign diplomats were present. Vietnamese music and dancing added color to the ceremony.
A ceremony to commemorate the former chairman of People's Bank and a powerful activist of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, W. Karunajiva, was held at the BMICH in Colombo today. President Mahinda Rajapaksa was the chief guest. Mr. Karunajiva was born in Kubrukamua, Matara, and he was a graduate from the University of Peradeniya. He held the post of Administrative Secretary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party in the latter part of 1970s. He rendered a great service towards the triumph of the party. Mr. W. Karunajiva, who served as a lawyer, extended his service free of charge for party supporters. He held the post of Chairman of Fisheries Corporation, Employees Trust Fund and the People's Bank after 1994 victory. The commemorative ceremony began after garlanding the photograph of the late Mr. Karunajiva by his family members. It was organized by the Colombo branch of the University of Peradeniya Alumni Association. Commemorative lecture was delivered by Emeritus Professor Indrakirti Siravira of the University of Peradeniya. Explaining the task of the late Mr. Karunajiva on building students' organizations affiliated to the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Emeritus Professor Indrakirti Siravira of the University of Peradeniya noted that the Sama Samaj Party and the Communists had gained the leadership at the student councils at the universities from its inception. A person like Karunajiva was helped Sri Lanka Freedom Party to take the leadership of students' councils and maintained an SLFP trade union until 1974. He has not used his official vehicle when he held the post of the chairmanship of People's Bank. He had no personal vehicle till his demise. Former chairman of People's Bank was in the habit of taking meals at five-star hotels, even sometimes, but Mr. Karunajiva was used to take his lunch from People's Bank canteen. Ministers Maithripala Sirisena, Basil Rajapaksa and several ministers also attended the gathering.
The Road Development Authority says that 90% of the construction work of the stretch of road from Galle, Pinaduwa to Mathura, Godagama of the Southern Express Highway has been completed. It will be vested in the people next month. The construction work of the 35-kilometer stretch of road from Pinaduwa to Godagama has been expedited. Interchange centers are being built in Imaduwa and Kokmaduwa. The Chinese Export and Import Bank provides financial provisions for this project. Motorists will be able to travel from Galle to Mathura within half an hour after opening the stretch of highway. The construction work of the cash counters and erection of name boards at relevant places on the express highway had been completed. The supply of electricity is now underway. The Road Development Authority says that the other construction work will be completed soon.
Several religious leaders vehemently condemned the conspiracies being hatched by national and international powers against Sri Lanka targeting the Geneva Human Rights Council sessions. The present government has been able to change the terrorist gun culture. Addressing a media conference in Colombo today, these religious leaders reiterated that the responsibility of everyone to contribute their share to protect the freedom gained by the country defeating terrorism. The Secretary of the International Hindu Association, Reverend Ramachandran Kurukal, said that Northern Provincial Council has taken a decision on Geneva sessions. Such activities are not needed. Everyone should be united to protect the country, he further said. The co-chairman of the Interreligious Alliance for National Amity, Reverend Father Sarath Hettiarachchi, pointed out that the main responsibility of citizens, clergy and the intellectuals is to unite masses against the anti-Sri Lankan attempts at the Geneva session. The president of the Dharma Rashmi Foundation, Venerable Galagama Dharmaransi Thera, pointed out that these unpatriotic powers should be identified and we should make attempts to give a proper punishment for them. The co-chairman of the Interreligious Alliance for National Amity, Reverend Al-Hajj Hazid Maulana, pointed out a large number of Muslims were brutally killed at the Kauthankudi Mosque 15 years ago. At that time, no one has made a statement claiming that there was no religious freedom in the country. But now some political powers were making attempts to discredit the country. The chairman of the Interreligious Alliance for National Amity, the Venerable Professor Kuburugapaya Vajrathera, said that people should be made aware of especially defeating attempts to destroy Sri Lanka's sovereignty and territorial integrity.
The Kalyan University conducts a comprehensive research study on the life and times of the late Anugarika Dharmapala. It is being conducted as a precursor to the 150th birth anniversary of Anugarika Dharmapala, which falls on the 17th of September next year. The mass communication on faculty of the university has taken over the responsibility of conducting the research study. The Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation will also assess the research. Anugarika Dharmapala has rendered a worldwide service as a pioneer in the country's freedom struggle and Buddha Dhamma propagandist. He was born on the 17th of September 1864. Don David Hevavitarana was the name of Anugarika Dharmapala before he entered into priesthood. He took measures to awake the people, making a fearless statement by asking Sinhalese to rise and rescue Bodh Gaya. Many information on the life and times of Anugarika Dharmapala and his servitors were gradually diminishing from the present society. The aim of the new research study is to collect these details and to gift it to the future generation. The head of the Mass Communication Faculty of Kalyan University, Professor Rohana Lakshman Piyadasa, is in charge of the research study. The Rupavahini television crew, along with Professor Rohan Lakshman, made an observation visit to Matara, the native village of the father of Anugarika Dharmapala, recently. Anugarika Dharmapala's parents were Don Karolis Hevavitarana and Mallika Hevavitarana. The land where the house of the father was located has become barren today. Residents say that a certain group of people had demolished the house and sold the land. The responsibility of all citizens in the country is to protect such historic places. Rupavahini Corporation is always vigilant on reiterating this need. The research study team has also focused their attention on Hittatue Rajamahawihare, where the father of Anugarika Dharmapala had studied. The head of the Mass Communication Faculty of Kalyan University, Professor Rohan Lakshman Piyadasa, noted that Anugarika Dharmapala has a great character. A research study of the life and the times of Anugarika Dharmapala has been launched this year. His document statement and his impact on the society will also be studied under the initiative. This very important task was launched jointly by the Mass Communication Faculty of the Kalyan University and Anugarika Dharmapala Trust. He called upon the public to provide valuable information of Anugarika Dharmapala to him if there are any. It would be a great help towards the country's development, he added.
Mr. Ranjit Simbalapetia said that Rupavahini Business Crown 2014, organized by the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, is a great opportunity given to small businessmen at rural level. He was speaking at a meeting at the Telecommunication Ministry in Colombo today. The aim is to select the best entrepreneurs in Putlam, Kurunakala and Kagala districts in connection with the Kirula National Development Exhibition and introduce them at the national level as well as to assess the entrepreneurs. Best entrepreneurs will be selected from 3 districts of the excellent entrepreneurs will be selected from small, medium and large-scale businesses for Business Crown Awards. Minister Simbalapetia said that this program organized by the Rupavahini Corporation will attract many people. He called upon the Chambers of Commerce of 3 districts and the businessmen to provide every assistance for this program. SLRC Director General Chandrapal Lenake and senior officials attended the discussion.
ප්‍රචාරාත්මක වශයෙන් දායක වෙනවා වගේම දැනට කිරුණ ජාතික ප්‍රදර්ශනයට සමගාමීව පැවැත්වෙන
Javed Bongso. Mahela Javadana scored a brilliant double century as Sri Lanka piled up a massive first innings score of 730 runs for 6 wickets declared on the 3rd day of their first test against Bangladesh at Mirpur today. Kithuran Vitanage scored his first test century, hitting 12 fours and 2 sixes. He made 103 not out in 99 balls. Mahela Javadana scored his 33rd century and it was his 6th double century. He made an unbeaten 203 runs with 16 fours and 4 sixes. Bangladesh was 35 runs for 1 wicket in their second innings. Rangan Nehera took the wicket.
730 for 6. Yes, what leg?
Sri Lanka has bagged 31 medals at the Lithuania Games in Goa, India. It included 7 golds, 11 silvers and 13 bronze medals. Prabhat Madhuranga has won the 3 has won 3 gold medals in wushu. Sri Lanka 4x100 and 4x400 relay teams have won gold medals. Eramda Dinesh clinched a gold medal in the triple jump event. Sri Lanka was placed 4th in the Lithuania Games. India came first with 92 medals, including 37 golds.
And that's all stories we have to go for. Do join us once again tomorrow at the same time to take a look at the latest on the world of news. Till then, have a wonderful time.